Welcome, it's Brendel, and today we are going to be going over our September budget. I know it's been a little bit. Let's see. Actually, let me look to see when the last video was posted. June budget, and then I did the May recap. So you haven't seen a June recap, so we can kind of flip through and look at June. Here's kind of what June looked like. We got a little bit of extra income. You'll see we budgeted for cleaners. You'll see this a few times, but we ended up not doing it. I'm not sure when we're going to, or if we're going to. We're just kind of letting a change in employment kind of settle out and see where we sit. And let's see, what other big thing did we do? We added a big chunk for home improvement so we can get our fence done. Oh, we put a deposit on a Tacoma so that we could get it when it came in. That's exciting. So yeah, we did get a new Toyota Tacoma, so we will have that debt payment again, but that's okay. So then let's look at July. Oh, so here's a debt review. We got it in June. We got it like a week after we put deposit down. It came in, and so July was our first payment. Starting balance, minimum, the interest that we paid for July, the ending balance, and the progress. Here in July, we budgeted really low for income. Again, with the whole job switching, we ended up getting more. There's the cleaners again, we ended up budgeting for but not doing. We saved a big chunk for August to help float the changes in our life. Let's see. Our auto insurance came out in July, and our motorcycle also, I believe, came out in July. Leah had a vet appointment. We had her do the full blood work and everything. She ended up having a urinary tract infection, so we had to treat that. And that kind of all added up. We bought the fence boards for the fence. We still have to stain them. We have the stain and everything. We just need to do it. Yeah. So that's what July looks like. Here is our August payment. We made the minimum, our interest, and our ending. That's what that looks like. Our budget, we had rolled over that amount from July, and we totally cut cleaners from here because we weren't doing it. We put a big chunk of that extra money into savings. Yeah, and then it doesn't look like we added a little bit here and there, but it was a little for beauty, entertainment. My sister came into town, so we did a escape room and hung out with her some. We added extra for hunting and outdoors, office supplies and books. I did get a that's silly. I got a library membership. I got a library card, so one, I could not have to buy books. I could rent them or borrow them. And also there's the Libby app, and it works with most library cards, and you can rent ebooks from there. So I haven't done that yet because when I went to get my library card, I picked up 4 books. So I'm currently going through those. I returned 2 of them already because I finished them and I wanted them to be available for other people. Yeah, so we are sitting at the September budget now. Okay, so if you have any other like additional questions that you saw from looking through my budgets, feel free to ask. I'm pretty open about everything, so I can explain more if you'd like. So to start off, we combined our income, my husband and I, and we are going to be a little conservative again because we're not sure if Matt gets paid for Labor Day or not. It looks like he will on his time card app, but we'll see. And then also we are taking a camping trip, and so he's taking another 2 days off unpaid. So we're kind of being a little conservative here with our income again. We have gotten one paycheck from his work, but it didn't have insurance taken out, so we still are not quite sure what it'll look like. So we're gonna budget $4,900 for our mortgage. That has stayed the same. I will say we got our, what is it called? I want to say appraisal, but I don't think that's the right word. But the notification from the state that what our house is valued at, and it was significantly higher compared to the last few years. So in early spring, when they readjust our mortgage, I'm fairly certain that's going to go up, probably a little significantly, but we'll see. Our minimum on our Tacoma is $590. For our phone bill, that also went up since the last time we've chit-chatted, so that's at $152 now. So our garbage is $79. This goes up and down a few dollars because of whether we take our trash out or not. So that's at $79 just to be safe. Life insurance is $38. Internet is $30. Netflix is $10, and Hulu is $1. So that's gonna be $2,081. For sinking funds, we are putting $1,364 in there. Groceries, we are gonna do about $700. Restaurant, we are doing $50. So we're gonna have $2,114. And then we plan to put $705 into savings, which we've already talked about it literally last night, and we think we're going to use this to start funding our sinking funds for next year. Instead of divvying out the amounts evenly throughout the months, we're just going to fund the ones that we know like the amounts of, like auto insurance, car tabs, those ones that we'll need here in the next year that we've already used for this year. Hopefully we'll go over that at the end of the month. So now we are going to dive into the sinking funds a little bit more. And since it's already past September 1st and we've closed out August, I do have the beginning balances for our budget for auto insurance. We are going to add $126. Auto maintenance, we are going to add $75. Beauty, we're going to add $110. Car tabs is $35. Clothes, we each get $50. Nope, I lied. Matt gets $100, only because with his new job he needs new boots that have the composite toe at the end, so we had to budget that. Costco, that's fully funded. Dogs, we're adding $300. Electric is, we average 90 per month for the year. There we go. Entertainment, we are budgeting $30. We don't really know what we're gonna do with that. We kind of wanted a buffer in there. Gas, we are budgeting $250. Christmas gifts, we are not contributing to. We maybe this month or next month. We need to go over our gifts list to see where we sit. Next, gifts in general, we figured $245 was good for a bit, so we're not adding to that. HOA, we're not adding to. Home extras, we are adding $50. Home improvement, we're not adding anything to. Hunting and outdoors, we are adding $80. Medical, nothing. Office supplies and book, we're adding $50. Technology, nothing. Vacation, nothing. And then water, we are adding $18. So that is what makes up the $1,364 from our monthly budget that is going towards sinking funds. So that's what that looks like. Next, we are going to go over the paycheck breakdown, which I need to add the label for. I didn't finish this one. I thought I did, but we'll get to do it together. So total fixed expenses will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And then variable expenses, I'll just put right underneath it. Total variable, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we don't have a pre-labeled one, but we're gonna put down this one for extras. Guess I need to make one. And then we put our balance at the bottom. We'll go here. I think I have an extra strip. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, so this is how we break down our paychecks for the month. So we will have our normal budget on this line, which will look exactly like this. And then we'll have paycheck 1, 2, 3, and 4, because we get paid, we get paid twice a month. So we have Matt's paycheck, mine, Matt's, and mine. It's not quite once, I mean, it is once a week, but they don't line up. We'll kind of go through that. Again, there's cleaning. We're not doing cleaning, but it's on there. I had decorated all through the year. So cleaning's gonna be on there, but you never know. We might add it in October. So first, I am going to write out our budget. I'm not going to talk through it. I'm just gonna write it down real fast. I'll probably fast forward this part. So we'll see you in a bit. There's our budget. Again, it's exactly like what we already went over. And we are then going to separate out the paychecks. So the first one we already got was around 1,300, 1,400. This one is the one we think is going to be shorted. So we're going to budget 800 and then 1,400. So for paycheck 1, we're gonna look to see what's in that first week, and hi. That was my husband, don't mind him. knocking on the window. And so there's nothing here, and since there's nothing there, we are gonna budget $600 out of our mortgage, even though it's not until the end of the month. As you can see right here, we put them at the end. It is paying for the next month, so we are gonna pull $600 for that. Next, since we don't have anything, we're gonna go down, and out of our sinking funds we have electric and gas, and so we're gonna pull $100 from that. And then we're also gonna pull $250 from our groceries so that we can go to Costco and whatnot. And we are gonna pull our restaurant budget just so we have it for the month. So our total fixed expenses coming out of that first paycheck is $600. And then coming out for total variable expenses is gonna be $400. So if you take the $1,300 minus $600 minus $400, you get $300. I need to add. And then we'll take this amount right here that we have left over, and we're gonna roll it to the second pay period, because all of this money is allocated. So this isn't free money. We are gonna need to allocate that to other bills. So now we have $1,700 to work with for the second period, and it is a short one, so we have electric, so that's going to come out, and I already know the amount, which was $104. And then we're going to do life insurance just because I'd like to cover the first few bills in that next pay period. So life insurance is 38, and we're going to do Netflix, which is 10. And since we don't really have a whole lot else, we're going to pull the remaining amount for mortgage, $581. Let's see. Oh, we're going to pull some for gas. We'll probably have leftovers from that, so we're just going to pull 50. And groceries, we are going to pull 150, and that's about it. So for fixed expenses, 581, 38, and 10, it's going to be 629. And then for variable, 104.50 and 150 is going to be 304. So if we take the 1,700 minus 629 minus 304, we are gonna get 767 left over. So we're gonna pull that up for our third pay period. So then we're gonna have 1,567 for that. So let's take a look at the third paycheck. We already allocated where life insurance and Netflix were gonna come out, so we're good. Next we have sewer and garbage, so let's pull that over. 79. And then we have Hulu and the Tacoma, so we are going to pull those. And Hulu, they do land on that payday, but I like to have them scheduled and ready with the money already in the account, so that when they come out, we're not worried about it. So this adds up to 670. And then for sinking funds, we will take out another 50 for gas. Groceries, we'll take out 150. So those two means that we'll just have a total variable out of this paycheck for 200. And so if we take 1,567 minus 670 minus 200, we will get 697, and we will roll that over to the last portion. So then for the last chunk of the month, we will have $2,097 to work with. And so we can kind of draw lines here just to kind of make sure we're getting all of our budget taken care of. So for mortgage, we've already allocated the full amount, $590. We've allocated that. Our phone bill, we need to pay that. And let's just make sure that was at the end of the month, so we're good. We'll add that in here. Sewer and garbage, we've added. Life insurance, we've already paid. Internet, that is also at the end of the month, so we need to add that. Netflix is covered. Hulu is covered. So then this is going to be 182 of fixed expenses. So for sinking funds, this is the total amount we're going to want to put into sinking funds. And since we are taking out these, we're going to have to subtract them, just the electric and gas. So this 1364 minus 104 and minus 150, and we're actually going to take another 50 out. So then all of these subtracted from this leaves 1010. And then groceries, we have 150 left out of that 700. And restaurant we've already done. So that leaves our total variable as 1,210. And then lastly, savings we will pull at the end of the month, which, so if you take this $2,097 minus the total fixed expenses of 182 minus 1210 minus our extras of 705, we will get 0, which means we've allocated and paid all of our bills for the month. And it looks like I forgot to write down the total variable for the budget, which was 2,114. And so since this is 0, we know everything's paid. You can also add up your total fixed expenses to make sure that they add up to the total budget along with the variable ones, just to kind of make sure that you've paid all your bills that you wanted to based on the budget we created. So there we go. That is what our September budget looks like. And I mentioned going camping, and I didn't really talk about it in here budget wise, but is it August? Yeah, in August, our friends invited us to a concert at a casino, and we went to the concert, and they had paid for our tickets. And since you go to a concert at this casino, you get $10 of like free play money. And Matt had never had a card there at this casino before, so he got extra money. So I got $10 of free play money to play the slots with, or whatever. Actually, I think it was only slots. Yeah. And then he got $22 to play in the slots. And we ended up getting about like $300. We gave $100 to our friends because they have a limo and they had paid for gas to go out there. And they've taken us many times in the limo. And I know it's not cheap for gas right now. So I just kind of wanted to give them that. You know, thanks for taking us out and whatnot. And then so we had $200, which we are using towards food and everything for the trip, the camping trip this weekend. We just kind of saved it in cash. We didn't put it in our budget, so you won't see it anywhere, but just kind of to be transparent and everything. I just want to let you guys know. So yeah, this is what my September budget looks like. If you have any questions, anything, feel free to leave comments. Make sure you like this video. I don't know if you know, but if you click the like button, it goes woo, and like little confetti comes out. It's kind of cute. And if you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. That would be cool and fun. And I hope you have a fantastic day. Enjoy your September, and I will see you next time.